complaint against Santana. I'd like you to sign it.
Oh, I don't care what you want.
How'd you get in here?
Well, I let him in. He's adding kidnapping and assault with a deadly weapon to the charges.
Oh, you're gonna throw the book at her now. And she always thought you were on her side.
Oh, there are no sides here. We can prove with hard evidence all the charges against her. You know she's guilty.
Santana was under the influence of drugs. I don't hold her personally responsible for anything
Well,
she
that's
did.
very generous of you, but the state does, and the people think we're being very slow about convicting her.
The people, don't give me that, man. I wonder if Santana knows that you're betrayed. What am I talking about? She already knows you betrayed her.
No, friendship has nothing to do with the way you do your job, Castillo. Maybe that's something you ought to learn.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it, Keith. We're not going to sign that thing, so you can just take it and get the hell out of here.
Fine, I don't have any absolute need for your signature. I mean, Gina will press charges. Matter of fact, my office can bring charges against her. We don't need a complainant. Just make life a little easier.
Well, I think you're going to have to do it the hard way, because we're not going to make this easy for you. Now, I asked you to leave.
Fine. You'll hear more about this, though. This is just the start.
The Santa Barbara police arrived at the casino and arrested Miss Light on trespassing charges. Miss Light, however, was unfazed by her arrest and stated that she will renew her efforts to close Nick's place. We'll bring you sports and weather following these messages.
You're Lily Light.
That's right.
You're Mason's friend, aren't you?
That's right. I don't know what I would have done without him last night. As a matter of fact, Mason is the one who asked me to come and see you.
Really? Well, it's nice to meet you. It's a little strange after seeing you on television.
I'm afraid we lost that round. The casino's still open and operating, but not for long. Anyway, I didn't want to come here and talk about that. I wanted to talk about you and the horrible things you've gone through for the past few weeks. Mason told me all about it.
I can't believe that you'd care about my problems.
He also told me who's responsible. Poor, misguided Gina Capwell. I think we're going to have to unite against her. As far as I can see, she's our common enemy.
I don't give a damn what a Lily Light says. That casino stays open.
Rick, this has gotten completely out of hand.
How to leave that phone off the hook.
All of a sudden, you are the man standing in the way of everything this publicity-seeking woman wants, and she's letting everyone know that.
You know, she's really great at marshaling a lot of public opinion. But I'm not going to back down. That casino has every right to stay in business as much as Lily Light does.
I agree with you.
She must have thought I'd be intimidated by her and her fanatical followers. But I'm not going to back down. I'm just really sorry that I got you involved in this.
I'm sorry she's getting away with it.
You know, maybe I made a mistake about taking this job back at the casino. No way. Just because there's a little heat, I'm not going to give in to her. I'm not going to give her that satisfaction. Maybe later on, who knows? Look, you're going to love me no matter what I do, right?
Unconditionally, huh? You bet.
Baby. They ran away. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Here, they left a message.
What? Close up your casino or we'll close it for you? Short but sweet.
Well, are you sure that this is the basement Alice was talking about?
It's gotta be. Everything. Everything about this place is just like she described.
My God, Pearl, do you really think your brother was down here?
Unless Alice was imagining everything.
I hope so. This is horrible.
Just think what it was like for Brian. Our wall should be somehow over here. There's a red... She said a red brick wall. This is it. This must be it.
Oh, Pearl.
I can't believe this. My brother is behind this wall.
Get away from all this for a while. Just get in the car and go someplace.
Where?
I don't care. Just... You know, I know this thing with Santana isn't just going to go away. I know Keith is going to continue to push it, but... I just wish we could go away for a while.
Not for long.
I just don't understand you very well.
What?
Why Keith would want to prosecute Santana. I mean, he acts like he cares about her, yet he turns completely against her.
Yeah, well, I don't think he ever really cared about her. I think he just used her to get to me.
He hates you that much?
He always has.
Are you not telling me something that you should be?
Keith is obsessed. Sometimes I get the feeling that he's not going to give up until he's ruined my career. Or maybe even my life.
You're serious, aren't you?
Castillo.
Yeah, Cruz, it's me.
Oh, what's up?
Listen, I'm over at Brick Wallace's house, and I think you should get over here as soon as you can.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, he's having more trouble with those fanatics. Lily Light's got all stirred up. They're throwing rocks through his window with threatening notes.
All right, you stay there, man. I'll be there in a little while.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, I'm sorry, baby.
What's wrong?
Well, Brick's having problems. Some of Lily Light's people are throwing rocks through his window or something. I gotta get over there.
Can I come with you?
You sure you want to do that? It's not exactly getting away from it all.
Well, at least I get to be with you. That's what really matters most to me.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. What is it?
I am so lucky. I can't imagine a life without you in it, you know that?
I couldn't either. We're never going to be apart again.
I'm glad you're here. Have you seen this?
I've had a tough day already, okay? Let's not make it any worse.
Just what is this Lily Light up to? She's turning into some kind of modern-day Joan of Arc. Listen to this. It says, Miss Light says she's here in Santa Barbara to free the tormented souls amongst us in Sodom. We're just idle rich who have become the devil's playthings. Hide a list of potential targets are the Capwells, the Lockridges, and their jointly owned offshore casino, Nick's Place. Who does this woman think she is?
Joan of Arc?
It's ridiculous. It's disgraceful.
I don't know what you're getting so excited about. This doesn't affect you.
I wonder. You know, with Mason under her spell and standing right by her side, she worries me. Tell me what you know about her.
Like what?
Like what she's doing here. Why she looks at me the way she does. And why she looks like me.
Oh, how would I know?
Well, how about that file of yours? Could I take a look at it? You're probably going to think I sound crazy, but... Well, I think she and Mason are out to get me.
How? Why?
I don't know how, and I don't know why. Maybe it's Mason's idea of a joke. Maybe he thinks digging up some female Elmer Gantry is going to torture me or something.
You know, these are symptoms of paranoia that you're showing. You know that, don't you?
I am not paranoid. I smell a rat, and you're going to help me find it.
Oh, I am, am I?
You certainly are.
You know, Mason showing up the way he did actually saved my life. When I saw him in that white suit, suddenly I felt like I could just stop fighting. That I could find some peace.
Santana, I was the one who sent Mason to the beach bar. I knew he'd have the power to make you listen to reason and to help you sort out the chaos you were surrounded with. You know, Mason's told me about all you've had to endure. I know you weren't responsible for what you did.
And you really believe me?
Of course I do. I know you're a good person at heart. We went through a bad marriage. Oh, and you fell easy prey to Gina. And I'm sure she did all that just to get Brandon away from
Yes,
you.
that's true. That's why she did everything. Did Mason tell you that too?
He told me everything.
And you believe him? Do you really want to help me?
I'm going to do everything I can.
I've heard you on television. I really believe in what you're trying to do.
I'm glad. But right now I want to help you, and I will. Together, you and I can see to it that Gina's punished for what she's done. All of her victims are going to be avenged. Now, I want you to tell me what she's done to you. The whole story.
Well, it started with the pills. No. No, it started way before the pills.
What you wanted to hear, but there's really not much we can do about this unless we catch one of these bozos in the act.
How about arresting Lily Light? Don't you think they're just following her orders?
Well, you know, Amy, I doubt she's involved in this personally. I mean, she's got Mason counseling her. He's not going to let her take this kind of chance.
Well, they are her followers.
Like I said, I'm sure technically they're acting on their own. But Brick, I'll be happy to talk to her. Maybe I can get her to calm them down a little bit.
Look, the bottom line is, Cruz, she has to be stopped. Now, if our kid was playing on the floor when he threw that rock in through the window, whoever it was, he'd be in the hospital right now.
Man, you know, you want to consider staying off the streets for a while? Maybe staying away from the casino?
Well, if you want to stop working at the casino, I'm sure my father would understand.
No, thanks, Eden. I think I'll just stick it out. If I back off now, then I'm admitting that she's beat me, and she hasn't. If anything, I'm going to beat her. You can see right through her. When I worked in a circus, I see these people come into the same towns we did. I've seen her kind before. What they do is they walk in, they take advantage of a lot of people, but she's not going to get away with it here, period.
Johnny's awake. I gotta get something off of you.
I got you. Just, excuse me.
Sure.
Sit down, I'll be right there.
Thanks.
Listen, can I talk to you a second?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. What's up?
Man, I've just been wondering if I made the right decision.
About what?
I took Alice back to the hospital. And I'm just wondering now if I was right to play so much by the book.
Well, I don't think you had any other choice, Paul. You just did what you had to. But I think you ought to keep an eye on her.
You know, I'm also worried about Pearl and Courtney. So I think they might be up to something pretty crazy, man. Alice told them some weird story about Pearl's brother being buried in some wall in the back of some church back in Boston.
Oh, no.
They wanted to go check it out.
Well, thanks for telling me. I'll have to touch base with Pearl.
Look what I found.
Great. Where?
Tool shed out back. Except we got one more problem.
What?
Well, there's a wedding going on upstairs in the church, so we can't make no noise. We're gonna have to put this off for a while.
Oh, Pearl. I am really sorry. I can imagine what you must be going through, not knowing what's behind that wall.
You know, if it's Brian, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I was at his funeral. I saw him laid low on the ground. Who could be in the coffin?
Maybe the coffin was empty.
Empty? What do you mean? Yeah, empty. What do I say to my parents? How do they deal with that?
Oh, I'm sorry about everything. You know, I know this may not be the time.
What?
But when you were in the hospital, what kept me going was the hope that when you got out, we could work things out between us.
Well, I guess we haven't done much of that, have we?
Not yet, but we will.
Courtney, you think maybe you're dependent on me a little bit too much? Maybe I'm not worth all this trouble and investment to you.
Yes, you are.
Oh. You don't know me. I don't even know me.
Well, then what I'm gonna do is find out who you are, and I'm gonna crawl under your skin.
I think you ought to spend more time being concerned with you, hon.
No, I shouldn't. I've been concerned with myself. I've been too self-centered. What I needed was someone to believe in. And then you came along.
All right. But I have to warn you. I got one thing on my mind now. To find out what happened to my brother and why. Now, you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
And if it's anything like Alice's scenario, I'm going to want my revenge. That's going to take a long time.
I'll wait. No matter how long it takes. And I'll help you.
Then Gina or Keith or the both of them. switched my pills so that when I got up to testify, it looked as if I was out of my mind. I even sounded crazy to myself. Now, Keith is going to make sure that I'm locked away forever.
Oh, he's not going to do anything like that, Santana. Only the guilty are going to be punished. You have nothing to worry about. I'm going to see to it personally that Gina's punished for what she's done. All you have to do is rest and get well.
Yes, I want to now. For the longest time, I felt that I had nothing to come back to, that everything in my life had been destroyed. My marriage, my friendships, even my relationship with my son. At least Gina doesn't have him.
I'm sure he must miss you terribly now.
Yes, I miss him too. But I'm going to get well, and I'm going to get him back. And above all else, I am going to make sure that Gina never gets back to him. Now, that is my greatest fear.
No, we're not going to let that happen at all. I'm here to help you, Santana. You have a friend.
I don't know how I can thank you. I feel so much better now.
I'm glad.
Nick, come in. I want you to meet someone. Lily, this is Nick Hartley. He's a very good friend of mine. Nick, this is Lily Light.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, I've seen you on television.
Oh, I've gotten a little more coverage than I expected here. Santana, I'm going to go now. But don't forget what I said.
I don't know how I can thank you.
Yes, you can. All you have to do is get rest and get out of here very soon. We'll keep in touch. Bye, Mr. Hartley. It was nice meeting you.
You too?
Goodbye, Santana.
Goodbye.
What's gotten into you?
I'm just so much happier now. I feel so relieved. I just feel like I've got something to live for. Nick, I'm going to see my son again, and I'm going to see that Gina is punished.
Oh, I hope that's true, Santana.
Well, no, I am going to. And Lily is going to help me. You should have heard her. Now, I am just going to hold on to the thought that Gina is going to get what's coming to her. It helps me. It helps me so much. I'm going to make sure that Gina is punished for everything that she has done to me. To all of us.
We have to rid our bodies of them and our minds of thoughts about them. Do I have to tell you of the homes that have been destroyed by such small sins? The families torn apart? The heartbreak and the terrible psychological scars that have been inflicted on the children of people who...
Hello.
Hello, Miss Light?
Yes?
I thought so. It's Gina Capwell.
Yes, I thought so too.
Miss Light, I don't know what you're doing here, but I intend to find out. You see, I don't think your coming to Santa Barbara is just by chance. I want some answers. So why don't you meet me at the Orient Express in about an hour? I'd like to talk to you. If you don't come, I'll come to you. It's your choice.
As a matter of fact, I'm looking forward to the opportunity.
You are?
Yes, indeed. I'll meet you at the Orient Express.
You, looking for these?
Certainly not.
Well, you might have something else that belongs to you.
What's that?
Oh, a little, calling card from one of your followers.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's funny. It broke something in my house, too. That's when they heaved it through the window. Just teach your fanatics better manners.
I don't know what you're talking about. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, when I notified the police, they said you'd say just about something like that.
It's true.
You know, I'm gonna, give you a piece of advice. You better call off your dogs or your lambs or whatever they are. Because rocks can be a very dangerous thing.
I very much resent you associating me with anything like that.
Well, you're the one that got everybody up in arms about the casino, aren't you? Huh? What's this?
Put that
What's
down.
this, a cathedral? So this is what it's all about. You want the casino for yourself.
Well, why not turn something evil into something good?
Because there's nothing evil about it. It's a legitimate business and you know that. You know, I see right through you. You're here to prey on the weakness of other people for your own profit. First, you're going to tell them that you need their money for the cathedral, and then, of course, you're going to tell them that it belongs to them,
Because
right?
it does.
No way, because you're going to run away with the money. I know you.
Don't you dare talk to me like that.
I am going to talk to you and everybody about you any way I want. First of all, I'm going to expose you as a fraud. And you're going to have to move your little shell game to some other corner.
Oh, listen, let's not do anything we're going to regret later, Brooke.
Thank heavens you're here. I don't know what he was going to do to me.
You don't have to worry. I'm just here to warn you. Rather warn her. Sorry. Put you out of business, lady.
Afraid he's very angry.
With reason, it seems. I'm a little angry myself.
Well, yes, I know about the rock, but I had nothing to do with that. Well, you're Inspector Castillo, aren't you?
That's right.
Nice to meet you. Your wife's told me so much about you.
You know, you're a very unfeeling man.
He was just trying to do his job.
Yes, with great enthusiasm.
I have an obligation to prosecute. I care about Santana, but I cannot be partial. This town wants justice, and if I won't give it to them, they'll find somebody who will.
Yeah, never keep your eyes off the polls, right, Mr. Timmons?
I didn't expect you to sympathize with me. You sympathize with Castillo, but I think that's probably right because he's the one that's going to be hardest hit, you know.
That's the part you like the most, isn't it? I wonder what in the world he ever did to you. What's he done to you?
You think of him as perfect, don't you? He has flaws. And I think it's time to expose them.
You still haven't told me what he's done to you.
No, I haven't, have I?
Well, you're not going to tell me, is that it? Well, whatever it was, it must have been pretty bad for you to hurt Santana so much. Just so you could hurt him.
Even though I had no knowledge of it, I'd be happy to make a statement condemning whoever attacked Mr. Wallace and his family. I abhor violence. I'm sure none of my people had anything to do with it. Violence is just something that I don't preach.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Wallace and his family would appreciate a statement from you.
Well, he could have asked me for one instead of insulting me the way he did.
Well, you know, he's rather upset. A rock came in his
Yes, I
window.
understand. He's just feeling the pressure from the demonstrations now, and it's just starting to affect him. But I would like to see the police close the casino down. Why don't you do that?
Well, Miss Light, I enjoy the occasional game of chance, so I wouldn't want to. But even if I did, it's outside the 12-mile limit, so no law is being broken.
Well, my laws have been broken. My personal and moral laws. And the laws of thousands and thousands of people who hear me. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to stop my verbal attacks on that casino.
Well, you can attack it verbally all you'd like, but you cannot incite people to violence. That there is a law against.
Well, yes, I know that.
Good. Glad to hear it. Well, thank you for your time.
By the way, Inspector, I met your wife today.
That's right. You mentioned her.
Yes, I went to see her in the hospital. I'd like to say one thing. I'd believe her over Gina Capwell any time about anything.
I agree. For what it's worth, I'm going to see that Gina is brought to justice for anything she might have done to my wife.
Yes, I realize that's within your jurisdiction. But if you're so inclined, you might want to leave it to me.
I beg your pardon?
I'm going to reform Gina Capwell. It's not going to be easy, but it'll be worth it.
You're right. It's not going to be easy. I think you have a real uphill road ahead of you, Miss Light.
Well, all the roads to reformation are uphill, Mr. Castillo. After all, that's why the strong survive.
Right. It was nice talking to you. Something tells me we'll be seeing each other again.
I hope so. Well, after all, we are on the same side, aren't we?
I think that remains to be seen. Thanks.
Those of you who think you haven't the willpower to stop smoking or drinking or gambling, let me tell you that you're wrong. You do have the willpower. All you could ever need. The trick is learning to harness it.
Nick, just the little bit of time that I spent with her has done so much good to me. I mean, I feel so hopeful now.
Okay, that's fine. But don't you think it's just a little bit risky to put so much faith in someone so quickly? I mean, she is, after all, just a stranger.
Nick, what other motives could she possibly have in taking an interest in my problems? She just wants to help
Well,
me.
so do I. But do I have to wear a white suit? Miss Santana, haven't I stood by you? I mean, and believed in you.
Yes. And I'm very, very grateful for that. I don't know how I could have gotten through any of this without you. But, Nick, I feel so much stronger now. I have made the decision that I am going to beat this. My dependency on drugs and then the criminal charges.
That's excellent, Santana.
Now, I might not win, but at least I'm going to try.
Listen to me. If you try hard enough, you can win. I have faith in you.
That is so good. I need someone who believes in me. It makes the biggest difference. I guess that's why Lily Light means so much to me.
Hello, Gina. To know it was me. Are you psychic as well?
I recognized your perfume. It's very distinctive.
Is that all? Well, I hope you like it. I bought it in Paris last year.
Yes, I know all about your trip to Paris. Mason sent you there, didn't he?
Well, you've come very well informed. How long did it take Mason to tell you everything he knows about me?
Well, I don't think he told me everything, but I have a fairly clear picture.
It's very simple. All you have to do is connect the dots.
Yes. And I find that you're probably the most corrupt woman I've ever come across.
Really? Is that so? Good old Mason. What exactly do you have against me? It couldn't just be whatever Mason told you. That's not enough for you to single me out.
That's plenty, Gina. You're a fascinating psychological study. I'd love to get you under a microscope sometime.
Let me tell you something. I'll make things real simple for you. I'll tell you exactly what makes me tick. I've had a very hard life. I've done whatever I had to do to survive, to try to keep my son. I'm not always proud of the things that I do, but I don't hesitate to do them. I never have. Just what have you got against me? What are you interested in? What are you and Mason cooking up?
Nothing.
I wasn't born yesterday. There's some kind of conspiracy going on.
That's right, Gina. We're conspiring to help you find some goodness in your life, so you can nurture it and make it grow. When Mason first told me about you, I realized you'd probably be my biggest challenge. But I'm eager to take it on.
What do you want? To save me?
To save you.
I don't believe it. There has to be more to it than that.
Why?
I just think there is.
Gina, transforming you into a good person is going to be a monstrous task. Any more than that, and I couldn't possibly begin to take it on.
Gina. It's all Gina. And for years. How long has Lily been on Gina's trail? And why?
How's that?
That's wonderful. What is it?
It's great.
It's just what I've been waiting for all day.
And everything you've been waiting for has been waiting for you. And wondering what kept you.
Well, am I glad to be home?
You are home. And I'm home. And there's more. Follow me.
Oh, wow.
First, we have to take this off. Sir. Then we have to take this off. I always like to disarm my men before dinner. And then, of course, we have to make you very, very comfortable. Without tripping you.
Well, you're doing a great job of making me comfortable, let me tell you.
All the comforts of a hotel.
If I will get you 10, I can tell what's coming next.
No bets. Rien ne va plus.
Oh. Good thing I didn't bet. What happened if I died and gone to Paris?
Then you get to be fed by hand. We leave nothing to chance. Here's your gift.
Oh, Eden. You really don't have to.
Mm. Oh, darn.
I'm having a major sense of deja vu about this, baby.
Oh, no. That was lobster last time. This time it's crab.
Your nose.
Hey, I have everything you want. I have wine. I have papayas. I have mangoes. I have everything your heart desires.
Okay, okay. Hold on a minute.
What? What?
The only thing my heart desires right now, Eden, is you. And my heart does not like to be kept waiting.
Oh, Chris. But last time we did it on the table.
Last time we were amateurs. Tonight we're going to be artists.
Rick?
What? Oh. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to scare you.
Sorry, your shadow looked so enormous in that doorway.
Baby, come here, come on. Look, you can't let them get to you like this, huh? Now, if you show them that you're afraid, they're going to just keep this up.
But I am afraid.
Listen to me. No one is going to hurt you.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was such a coward.
Look, you're as brave as anybody I know.
Let's go someplace, huh? We'll go to Hawaii, and I'll practice being very brave. We'll come back in 6 or 8 months, and I'll show everyone how fearless I am.
Come here.
I'm sorry.
No. Just try not to worry, all right? Another week or two, and this whole thing will have blown over, and I'll make sure that Lily Light is run out of town, okay?
What time is it?
Quiet.
I don't hear anything.
Neither do I. I think the party's over with. Can you stay here, sweetheart? I'm gonna go upstairs and check and make sure. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's right. Everybody's left. Guess that means it's time to get started, huh?
Earl, look, we don't have to do this. Maybe it would be better if we called the police and let them break the wall in. It could be terribly painful for you.
Oh, no, I gotta know. I've come all this way, not for nothing. I gotta see this with my own 2 eyes. Courtney, if you want to leave, I understand.
No. I want to be here for you. I want to help you.
I want to speak to Dr. Rollins now. Look, I've been on hold for almost 5 minutes. What do you mean he can't take my call? Listen, just listen to me, lady. This is police business. I've got to... Hello? Hello? I can't believe this.
Seems to me everybody has a right to live their lives the way they want to.
As long as the choices they make don't harm innocent people. Gina, I know all about what you tried to do to CC Capwell. That was a terrible thing. And the only blessing in it was that you failed in your attempt.
Just what is it you want?
I told you, I want to change your life.
Miss Lights, how do you explain this?
Where did you get that?
You've obviously taken a very keen interest in this woman's life. What, are you writing a book on her or something?
You went into my personal property. You know better than a common criminal.
No, I think I'm much better. I'm the district attorney. And I don't think you'll be registering any complaints because I will make your stay a very sticky wicket. What is this all about?
I can't believe this. What are you doing with all this?
Well, no big mystery. Mason gave it to me. Well, after I read all those things, I knew what a corrupt person you were and how desperately you needed my help.
I think you're just a fraud. Yes, you're plotting, and I'm the target. You and Mason are trying to ruin me, aren't you?
How I pity you both. Having to run around, waiting for the world to find out what you're really like. Well, I know what you're really like. I talked to Santana, and I believe her.
Congratulations, you're the only one in Santa Barbara that does. She's a drug addict, you know.
Well, you both are very, very clever in manipulating her. But you couldn't foresee one thing.
What's that?
That I'd come here and befriend her. And people may not believe Santana Castillo, or even Cruz, but they'll certainly believe Lily Light. And if I decide to take her side in public, you two are going to be in some serious trouble.
Why would you want to befriend her? She can't give you what you want. She's not rich. If someone told you that, you've been misinformed.
Well, I'm aware of that. And I don't know how public I'm going to go with this, but while I'm thinking about it, let me give you some advice. Stop harassing me. And don't harass Santana either. It could cost you both everything you own.
Can you believe that woman? Well, we're gonna have a ball seeing that she gets hers.
No, all I want you to do is hold the additional charges in the Santana Castillo case. Because I don't have enough evidence. Because I told you to. Fine, yeah. Tomorrow, then.
What are you, crazy? What do you mean you don't have enough evidence?
You know, Miss Light was serious back in the Orient Express. I normally don't let people intimidate me, but when she warned me not to harass Santana, it had some teeth in it. She's becoming a media star quickly, you know. She can influence public opinion.
So you're gonna let her bully you? Let her back you down?
Temporarily, yeah.
That's ridiculous. She's a complete phony and you know it.
Well, I don't think she's the pillar of virtue that she claims to be, but we'll be able to discredit her. Nobody will believe her any more than they believe Santana.
What do you think you're doing?
Gee, I think if you have to ask, I'm not doing it right.
What, are you trying to corner me or something?
Yeah, something like that. How's the leg?
It's much better, actually.
Well, that's good.
Hey, I'm not finished talking to you about Lily Light.
Yep, you are.
I should really get up and start picking some.
No, you shouldn't.
You're right, I shouldn't. Oh, I can't wait to be married to you. We can have lots of kids. As many as I can manage.
You mean it?
Yeah.
That's my dream, too, is to have kids. But we can't really do it right away.
Why?
All I've been doing is rushing into things. Now that I finally have a chance to take some time, I want to take it.
Well, I'm not going to risk losing you to some stewardess.
You don't have to worry about that.
I have to worry about everything. You know me, I have a huge amount of responsibility on my shoulders.
I didn't realize you were carrying such a weight, darling.
Couldn't we at least set a date? I mean, it doesn't have to be anything definite, just something to look forward to.
That's a little premature, don't you think? I mean, it takes 6 months to get a divorce in California. With everything Santana's going through right now. And I really have to think about the...
Think about what?
Well, about Brandon, you know, how I'm going to work this out with him. And there's just been so much pain I don't want him to go through anymore. But, darling, I really do want to have a family as soon as we can. And for what it's worth, I already feel married to you.
I feel that too. But I do really want to have children someday.
We will. And once we start, we won't stop. It'll be an assembly line.
Oh, great. Now I'm going to be a factory, huh? Okay, Mr. Hard Hat. It's time. Your shift is ready to start.
Pearl,
What?
do you want me to help you with that first?
No, I can manage, sweetheart.
It's just that you've been going at it for so long.
We're just about through. If my brother's in there, we should just about be finding him.
And perhaps even joining him. Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Bradford, but I'm afraid your little witch hunt has just come to an end.